Apparently, support players are on a definitive strike in Marvel Rivals, which I find kind of hilarious for various reasons. Let's start off by reestablishing that Marvel Rivals is an amazing game with an amazing roster that's only gonna grow more in amazing gameplay that can make you feel many things. Joy. Horny.
What just happened to my outfit?
Rage.
You fucking teleported me off of the—
and many more depending on your experiences. I really do mean it when I say I can't wait to see what this game is like 4 years from now as a live service free-to-play. The drama in question pertains more so to the role of strategists who have a very vital job in keeping the team alive. Recently, there has been a strike within this game, specifically with players who were once maining healers and no longer are doing so, resulting in more lobbies rarely containing healers. As an active player, I have noticed this contention. For what it's worth, my first character I ever took seriously in this game and got lured with was Mantis. I am still trying to learn as much of the roster as I can by getting at least a bit of time to play everyone, but keep this in mind with what I say going forward. This one starts with a well-known player, Necros, who is an active Spider-Man main. If you don't know, this friendly neighborhood douchebag has been well known to be simultaneously hard as hell and horrifying with his kit. He can really screw you over, but he's also very tricky to master. However, once mastered, he can essentially ruin your games, diving in and out and getting a guaranteed combo to kill or screw you over viciously. Anyway, Necros plays a strong character who can ruin any healer's day or pretty much anyone's day really, but he's also well known to be very vocal in the community. Being as big as he is, naturally his voice is one that will be heavily listened to. Necros also does a lot of shit talking when it comes to his view on strategist players.
Let's all collectively give our opinions at the same time. So I'll ask you guys, who do you guys think on average are the worst players on the team? Which role typically has the worst players? If I asked you guys, you guys are saying that ironically. You guys know it's the support players, bro. You guys know it's the fucking support. It is not deep. Shut the fuck up, Chad. You guys are just trying to be funny. He's just trying to be funny. He's rage baiting me. It's just support players. They are just okay. The reason I say that is because, so how many times, like let's say someone's doing bad on DPS, how many times do they get told to fucking swap to support? Like you don't see like someone being like, oh man, you're really bad at support, go DPS.
This, among the common trend of GG no heals, has only amplified the animosity between strategist players and other roles of the game. Really just DPS players. So if you're wondering why the hell you've been getting a lot of games lately with no one playing a healer, this may very well be a contributing factor. So a couple of things I want to address with this. Number one, the support role is not difficult. I say this as someone who started maining support and still plays her here and there. This is gonna piss some of you off, but just listen. Any given healer can ensure no matter what your efforts are, unless you're millisecond sniping or collectively attacking one target, nothing will die. And they have very strong bailouts of their own. Loki can swap out with his duplicates, render his shit stronger when syncing with them and placing them well. If you're not prioritizing her ass, you're kind of asking to throw because it's almost too easy to forget she's there and you won't notice until it's too late. Oh yeah, and this woman doesn't even need to aim. Still don't believe me? Okay, what if I told you there's a Rocket player who not only climbed the ranks to Grandmaster, but also became officially partnered with the game by doing nothing but this? He doesn't need to aim. He also will never actually shoot anything. Why? Because his name is literally No Damage Rocket. Like, I don't even need to bother going over Jeff. Just watch this.
Not only are his teammates hard to kill, he himself is impossible to kill. Yes, he has 250 health, but not only can he heal himself with his bubbles, at a moment's notice, he can dive underground, leaving this as his hitbox. Not to mention, he's way faster than you. But if you haven't played him, you don't know that even when he's above ground, he takes less damage from crits. That's right. If you're shooting him in the head, he's taking less damage than anyone else. Why? If I knew, I'd tell you.
So, okay, healers are kinda hard to kill, and they make other people kinda hard to kill. There's too many games where a dagger can flex this on you as a tease to not die and then get jiggy, whatever the hell that means. And if Necros himself, one of, if not the best Spider-Man, isn't able to kill you, that's a strong sign that your bailouts might be a little too good. Remember, as a healer, getting kills is not really your job. I would argue getting kills as pretty much anyone besides Scarlet is a much harder task than healing your allies with this, this, or this. The thing that kicks in about healing that makes it rough is when your team isn't playing right or your DPS or tanks are not protecting you. That aspect is 100% understandable and correct, leading to a misery-inducing experience. If your healers are not protected and the opposing team is rightfully targeting them, then you as a team are not going to get heals and you die much more viciously, which leads to a bad time. Targeting the enemy healers is just as important and stressful as protecting your own healers. Never forget this, because as a healer, I don't need to compare which is worse, getting chased by one of these or two of these. I do believe that DPS has a harder task, which is exactly why there are many more bad DPS players than good. But I also want to establish that said task is just as important as keeping the team alive. The task is important, the role is harder. You need heals? Cool. I also need people to die faster. Now, as far as the strike itself goes, I do not agree with it. Holding other players hostage and being petty is doing literally no good and only further solidifies the need for proper role-based matchmaking queue, as well as also backs up the shared victimized and overly entitled mentality of support players. Support players love victimizing themselves and taking no accountability. Obviously not all of them are like this, but some of it is justified, like I said before. If you're not helping your healers, they can't help you, but some of it is overblown, and as a Mantis main, I carried this as well, and it was only getting in my own way. I always thought that no loss or unfortunate event could ever be my fault, that if we were to ever lose, I never was capable of doing anything wrong. After all, I'm like the only one down to play a healer to begin with, right? So what if I never actually landed a shot on anyone? So what if I never got a kill but shitloads of assists? I'm the only one who's willing to give you all the tools you need and more. I can not only heal you, but I can also boost you. So it's your fault if we lose, not mine. This is a low standards and overly entitled mindset that many healers carry. While there is a burden on you as you're a justified prioritized target and you have a hefty task, this mindset only worsens the experience for everyone. Just as the overly entitled asshole Doctor Strange not getting any kills with the audacity to say GG no heals is just as cancerous. Or the rapid day one insta-lock DPS that carried brutal main character syndrome, thinking that they could carry only to go off alone, die instantly, and be proven wrong. Okay, the reason this video exists is to blatantly soy out and say the following. You all are actively forgetting that this is a team-based game. Your healers are just as important as your DPS, are just as important as your tanks. Criticizing players and toxic mindsets and behaviors is understandable. Calling out a major player's bad mindset and rhetoric that harms a general consensus is also good to call out, but in moving such a way legitimately accomplishes nothing. I'm gonna stop playing this important role so random people I'll likely never speak to again can be more grateful to me and stop blaming me for shortcomings. That'll show them. Show them what? Your ignorance? I see the games where y'all intentionally throw or hold the game hostage, switching from support to another role primarily out of spite, or just refusing to heal folks for the same reason. I'd much rather play with the person who's willing to seek to the need of the given role rather than weaponize their willingness to use said role regardless if it plays to their strengths or weakness. I don't understand why so many of you are offended over this, of all things. Like, blocking chat is a thing for both enemies and teammates. I get that people shit-talking your playstyle or skills is annoying, but you guys are doing a little too much. Just play the game. Mute. It's there for a reason. And this obviously isn't to say that toxic in-game behavior is justified or okay, it's not. But the entitled behavior isn't okay either, even with the former being worse. You have the audacity to feel a need to go on a petty strike when you play a character that doesn't even need to aim? Okay, I want us to all normalize the understanding again that this is a team-based game. There is no I in team, unless you hard carry. There are many characters who have a higher ease of use for every role, and there are characters who are more difficult in each retaining role. DPS, do your jobs better, stop going off on your own and expecting results only to lose. Healers, stop overly self-victimizing and being too entitled. The only saving graces are badass tank players like me. Haha, it is actually never a tank's fault if you lose, unless they're not on your front line as they should be, or at least maintaining it in some form. But us tanks, we know appreciation, damn it. Fellow Captain America mains, stand up and run with me. Okay, I don't know how to end this, so just let me have this moment and ask me no questions about it. Spider-Man, you're a cuck and I'm glad your uncle's dead. Fuck you, Magic. Emma, you're hot but annoying, especially to my main. Just because other people fantasize about you choke slamming them doesn't mean I do. Scarlet, you're a sack of shit with the worst fans who are also kind of racist on Twitter. Reed, I'm glad Namor keeps trying to steal your wife. Namor, every time I order seafood, it'll be despite you. Same definitely goes for your lame ass, Jeff. Who else? Who else do I really hate here? I mean, I love the roster on principle, but literally everyone in this game is annoying when you really think about it. Which I guess is kind of the point. If everything is OP in some form or another, then hey, we've truly accomplished balance. Another annoying thing about the community is that when responding to literally any complaint ever, you talk about one thing you don't like or get annoyed at by any given character, and then people will be so eager to say that you suck or skill issue. Oh, what's that? You don't like that Hawkeye can just one-shot you randomly? Skill issue. Thing just came out of nowhere and pressed you in 3 hits while your team couldn't see you? Skill issue. Scarlet Witch just mindlessly killed you while vanishing away, and since you were Wolverine, there was nothing you could do about it besides trying and failing to tackle her? Skill issue. Psylocke, you're too hard for me to master on PlayStation. I have to be having a good day in order to, like, have solid games with you. It's too on again and off again. Like, playing my side piece over here has been the most difficult uphill battle in any game I face, because if you miss even one time, you may as well give up, especially when you try comboing folks. When it comes to Psylocke, close quarters accuracy under pressure is a hyper must, and it's really difficult to accomplish that on controller, unless your opponent or enemy just has the reflexes of a statue. I feel thoroughly betrayed by you, Psylocke, because all these other Psylocks get to have so much fun with the Psylocking fashion and the Psylocking ult that never kills anyone when I do it, but then always kills me when I'm on the receiving end of it. You're still the hottest in this game for me, so yeah, I didn't really know much about Psylocke before this game. Occasionally gave her a poke in the other games, but that's it. I wonder what her lore looks like outside of this game. Oh, I mean, it's cool. What else? Oh yeah, I hate you, Penny. Your traps and bullshit is extremely annoying to get around and deal with, and it can really take me by surprise. So fuck you. Obviously not in that way, although some sick peeps out there made it clear they do want to do that, which there's a word for y'all out there that you're not gonna like. No, like, let's just keep it real. I don't care if a developer says she's 18. All the damn women in this game, and some of y'all still really want to sexualize the character who is well known to resemble a child, not even just in this game, but also her portrayal in another mainstream media? Get help. Speaking of help, why the fuck did they downgrade my team up? I went from being able to shoot lightning throws with Thor to be able to just turn my opponents into McDonald's sandwiches for no damage with Bucky, and we both have to be hyper accurate with it too, repositioning myself or my teammate in front or behind someone? My god, this has got to be the longest outro I've ever done in my life. What was this video about again? Yeah, just, you know, stop being so entitled. I get it. When there's a game you love, you obviously want to get better at it. Necros, being who he is, probably shouldn't say some of the things he does given his natural influence, but you guys should also learn to take things with a grain of salt too. Like, I don't really know what to tell you at that point. And again, this is a team game. Not everything is super dependent on one player alone. Yes, one player alone can outshine or outdo the rest, but you can't always win alone. Even if you carry, you still need your team to be there, unless someone's up to actually play matches that are 6v1, if that's even possible. I'm sure all of us at one point have had losing streaks, or that one really sucky game where you legit can't do anything. Like a convoy game where no matter what, your team is legit incapable of moving the vehicle more than like 10%, or the other team is just mopping your team and absolutely shredding you. That's because the other team is really on the same page, ulting with a clear pattern, prioritizing their targets to take you out one by one, depending on who's the biggest threat. That's how they and you are supposed to play. Teams that do a good job fighting together do a good job winning together. This is a team game, whether you like it or not. You should always focus on yourself and what you need to do to get better as a player that contributes more to the team, but also ensure that you're doing your part with with the team and not for or explicitly against the team. I can have this bad habit sometimes too, but in that instance, the only one who's in your way is yourself. The more everyone on their behalf understands this, the more games you get where you and your team are on the same page and do better together regardless of your queue style. But that'll probably never happen because of these following reasons, so whatever. I probably just wasted my time with this.